I understand from many people that I'm talking to and things that I'm watching, that obviously this is, and things I'm feeling and witnessing in my own life, that it's a season of great endings and beginnings, and the final chapter, really the final release and letting go of anything in our lives that just doesn't make us happy. Simply, we're the only ones that are able to give ourselves the love that we deserve, desire, require, to feel rooted and grounded at a root chakra level, and to feel the amplification of energy through the chakra system, because we feel grounded. We know what love we need to give ourselves. We feel grounded in the practices that we've learned over time, in the reflections and the acceptances that we've made over time, over a lifetime. Everybody has gone through a level of pain and trauma, and where that sits in our body and mind and heart and whatever, it is for us to fix, is for us to rebalance, and is for us to identify. And if we don't, and we're around other people who have done that work, that type of work on themselves, they will be able to see the wounding in us, and they will simply pull back. If the dialogue or the relationship at present is not rooted in love because of someone's lack of willingness to, or ego to look at themselves, to look at their wounding, to look at why love scares them, or to look at why they are unable to receive love, or to look at why they feel the need to control and manipulate, or emotionally, or why they feel the need to have an opinion on somebody else's life, have an opinion on their love life, like have an opinion on their partners. We've all got opinions. I've certainly got opinions of stuff around me. Would I share those with people around and comment on their relationships and this, that and the other? No. Like, however much I want to, and however sometimes it's very difficult to bite our tongue when we love someone and we can see certain things play out. Unless they ask for advice, unless we're in a safe space, emotionally safe space, and unfortunately people that are wounded, for me, and what I realise is that they've not looked at their own wounding, they're not emotional safe spaces for me. So I won't be able to hang around with them, because I'm dealing or have dealt with things. Do we ever get over things fully 100%? I don't know. At the minute I'm over a lot of stuff, but stuff still pains my heart and has impacted the way that I move and who I feel comfortable around, because I refuse to dim my light or minimise my true character. And that just puts a lot of people off these days. So when we're on this spiritual path, a lot of the memes and things coming around, it's like, it's just a frequency, don't take it personally. Because when we realise like the ebb and flow of life, or of people in and out of our lives, or reason, season, lifetime, we aren't meant to be with the same people all the time. We aren't meant to stay in one place all the time. And I guess I'm tapping into a level of nomadic roots that I believe strongly is part of my ancestry, and especially of the movements back in the day when young men were sent off to war. And I've got past lives where I connect with a lot of upheaval and removal from my familial environment to being out on the open water, on the boats, or in the land for various things. It might sound funny for people, but I've got very, very, very deep visions and connection, as a lot of us do at the minute. The awakening or the memories, whether it's physical realm or Atlantean, whatever, we might have a resurfacing or a remembrance of how we've lived through time and the ages. And those sort of timelines at the minute are converging, and I have daily memories of the lives that I've lived that is not in this reality right now, this world, Earth 2024. So when we go through all of this stuff, like I can't put myself in a situation where I'm around people who continually want to like put me down or like make me feel small or judge the words that are coming out of my mouth, because I think when we heal or on a healing journey until the day that we transition from this earth, it's like I would never be able to tell someone about their own life. Like I might see it and envision it, but I can't tell someone how they feel. So I don't know why people feel it's their right to tell me who I am and how I feel. And yeah, we all meet each other at our own level of consciousness and learnings and behaviours, and I've had very different lived experiences. So I think I mentioned it before. I mean, there's very few people that would truly understand me. Maybe nobody actually understands us but ourselves, or those who've been through their own things and have a level of healthy I don't know if dependency is healthy, but healthy relationships, healthy connections, no love bombing, no narcissistic tendencies to push genuine love and kindness into a place where it's distorted out of our own wounding. So I feel the collective grief at the minute. I feel some of the tears and things that I've shared over the past couple of videos, because I genuinely did want a break from YouTube. I pulled back and didn't want to come on, and then had a break out the city and landed in a different place and experienced some different things, and coming back and I just keep hearing them say, you have to share your story, and I have to share the way that I'm moving through the current energies, because the soul family that I speak to are also going through timeline hopping and their own remembrance of past lives and their own strange reflections upon how time is affecting their current reality and physical body and emotions and sensations. So 747, it is a really deep time, and I'd like to send love and strength to everybody who's moving through some quite difficult relationship challenges, but we have to do what feels right for us in our heart. We are the only ones that can give us love, and so if we know we're not getting love and support, just consistent criticism and judgment off of another, we have to remove ourselves from those situations, and we have to continue believing that we know what's right, trusting that we know what's right for ourselves, and don't veer from the visions that we have seen and that we know we are building and co-creating with source energy and with the universe. Because the opportunities 9/11 to quantum leap right now into whole different realities, and also potentially timeline hop between two, it's not the right time for me to say that, but anyway, to potentially timeline hop. And now this is new to me, but I do feel that it's happening. To me and to some other people that I get to speak to. So however much it pains us to let go, once we let go the doors of cornucopia and abundance do surface and do show themselves, present themselves to those willing to move into new life lessons, new chapters, because we've dealt with that period of like being uncomfortable. A lot of people, a lot of us, it is hard to start with, and it's still hard now, and I can only speak for me, is to sit with that uncomfortableness, to sit with those feelings of whatever they may be. You know, the spectrum's broad, but the collective grief and the sadness and the things that I feel now, I know is not really my own, because I'm not a sad person. I've been traumatised by certain things, we all have, and we have our own way of healing, and talking is part of this healing thing, because I do believe, well, I've been shown I was an ancient scribe, so I've got a variety of words and things that I need to be speaking to get them out of my system so that I can release and become lighter and move to new frequencies every single minute of every day, as part of the healing of my physical body, my emotional body, my soul, and the healing of the nations, because, you know, each one teach one, we all do our own bit, and it all adds up, it all stacks up to the greater good. And some of us are just really going to have to cut. It's just going to have to be really it's just going to have to be painful for a bit and really cut, because my truth is I will not be treated like anyone, like nothing. I won't be treated or spoken to like I've done something wrong in my life, that I'm a bad person. Again, I don't care about other people's words, so if you start to attack me or do any of this stuff, it's not gonna end nicely for you. Because at the end of the day, I would like all of us people know who've been challenged with our anger and our emotions over the years, is that once we start to emotionally regulate, that's great, and we start off on the good foot of being soft and nice and tender, and this is where people misinterpreted me. But before that, before all of this nice regulation that I've learned, I'm trying to learn and practice, I can bite. And if pushed to bite, and to defend myself, what do you think I'm going to let people stomp all over me, stomp over my emotions, rip my heart in two? No, we have to protect our heart, because my heart is not just for me alone. My heart is to share with the people that I love and to share with the world. And so anything that threatens that, I don't take that very lightly. I take it quite seriously. Although life, you know, this is a serious message, and I can be serious because I'm deep, but outside of all of that, I play, and I want everything to be light-hearted. But other people sometimes cannot, or I trigger something in them that it can change from a light-hearted play to quite a vicious attack. And for me, it's better that I cool off and leave. Otherwise, I know a lot about a lot of people, have a lot of secrets, and that I don't know why people share that with me. And as an emotional space, safe space, you would never reveal that information to anyone, because that's just not okay. And so when things are revealed that anger me, well, it's the wrath of the gods that come through me. I'm connected to source energy. So when I feel that I've been wronged, and I know I have, lots of us have, that's fine, this is our time to rise. The wrath of the gods come through me, and if I've been asked to act as a conduit or a messenger or an executor, however the energies need to be moved through so that people know our boundaries, they will get imparted. And it won't be pleasant for the person that comes against me. 1444 on the clock. Because it's all, you know, good and well to be, oh, I've got to be nice. No, I've got a kind heart. I don't need to be nice. We meet people with a level of respect and love. That's my default, moving around. If people start to teeter off of that and start to come at me with loads of shit, more for you. So I think a lot of people, what I'm feeling now is like the grief of the leaving behind of old identities that didn't serve us, is also people are tired now. They're being tired of the governments. They're being tired of people pushing them around. They're tired of narcissistic, abusive relationships. They're tired of people playing with their emotions. We're tired of the imbalances in the justice system. We're tired of war and killing. We're tired. People are tired. And so when people are tired, people get ratty. And people get ratty, they react and they respond in ways that are detrimental to ourselves and also can cause combustion and fire and stuff externally. So we must continue to practice ways to keep calm and be peaceful. And it's a long old road, because I'm just being frank, I'm just being honest, with this work, we have respect, but for some of the things I've experienced recently, there is a darkness that has been triggered by these actions towards me. And I'm comfortable in my darkness. It's part of the dark feminine work that I've done. It's part of being a woman, the womb, the moon. I'm comfortable in that. But if pushed, yeah, I now have a very, very different view and observation of reality, good and bad, and right and wrong, and lots of other things. So I don't know whether I'll put this out. I don't know what is sparing. Well, something's lacking, because feels like the scales are being tipped, or have just been tipped. So I don't know what the backlash of that is, but I guess it's just a warning, really.